Marcus Aurelius once said, "He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive." In this moment, I invite you to embark on a transformative journey with me, from a place of fear and uncertainty to a realm of strength and confidence. Picture this: a man, once lost in the shadows of doubt, now stands tall, ready to face life's challenges head-on. What changed his life? The reason why most people fail is because they are afraid of failing. Today, we dismantle the barriers of fear and anxiety, transforming them into stepping stones towards a life of fulfillment and courage. Join me, and together, let's unlock the power within to face our fears and embrace the endless possibilities that life has to offer. Lesson 1: The inevitability of adversity and the path to resilience. There were 2 grains of rice that were kept aside to be used as seeds for the next season because both were good grains, both large, strong, and plump. One day, the owner decided to sow them in the nearby field. The first grain whispered to itself, "Why should I follow the owner out to the field? I don't want my whole body to disintegrate in the soil. It's best if I keep all the nutrients within this husk and find an ideal place to take shelter." So it chose a hidden corner in the granary to roll into. The second grain, however, longed day and night to be taken by the owner and sown into the ground. It was truly overjoyed to start a new life. As time passed, the first grain withered away in the corner of the house because it received neither water nor sunlight. At this point, the nutrients were of no help. It slowly died. Meanwhile, the second grain, though disintegrated in the soil, sprouted into a rice plant gleaming with golden grains, heavy with seeds. It brought forth new grains of rice to the world. What do you learn from this story? Never enclose yourself within a secure husk, to vainly preserve your own integrity, but have the courage to move forward, silently enduring disintegration to contribute to the field of life, a small rice plant. That is the choice of the second seed. Before this vast field of life, I hope each of us will make our own choices for ourselves. Stoicism acknowledges that adversity is a natural element of life. It teaches us that life's trials are not just likely, they are inevitable. Reflecting on the words of Marcus Aurelius, our life is what our thoughts make it. We understand that our perception shapes our reality. By accepting challenges as avenues for personal development, we cultivate emotional strength. Stoicism doesn't offer an escape from life's difficulties. Instead, it equips us to alter our reactions to them. It encourages us to remain steadfast, not without fear, but through it, discovering fortitude in our capacity to persist and evolve. Adversity, therefore, is not a mark of failure, but an invitation to rise, to confront our fears, and to draw power from our vulnerabilities. As we face life's inevitable fears and anxieties, Stoicism, guided by Marcus Aurelius's enduring insights, directs us. It urges us to view adversity as a catalyst for growth, thereby laying the groundwork for emotional fortitude. Embracing this principle, we move forward bravely, turning life's obstacles into milestones towards tranquility and strength. In Aurelius's words, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself in your way of thinking." Lesson 2: Embracing adversity for personal growth. Life's journey is peppered with moments of adversity that often incite fear. This is particularly true for those in the prime of life, from 35 to 65. Yet what if we could turn that fear into a wellspring of strength and insight? The time-honored wisdom of Stoicism shows us the way. It acknowledges our fear of life's trials, but also empowers us to confront them, transforming these moments into opportunities for growth and fortitude. Embracing amor fati, the love of one's fate, this Stoic tenet inspires us to wholeheartedly accept our challenges, finding joy in adversity and viewing it as a mentor. It's not about passive acceptance, but about actively engaging with our fears, turning them into engines for our growth. Turn the obstacle into the way. Marcus Aurelius. With this Stoic approach, adversity is reframed not as a threat, but as a precious chance for learning and evolution. We come out of our trials more robust, enlightened, and steadfast, ready to meet life's uncertainties with bravery and balance. Let's welcome our fears, learn from our trials, and evolve into our finest selves. As Seneca said, "He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary." We should not anguish in anticipation, but rise to meet challenges, finding fortitude in hardship and sagacity in the fight. Lesson 3. A Stoic perspective on success and failure. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Epictetus's words guide us in rethinking success and failure through Stoicism. Stoicism, which seeks inner tranquility and resilience amid life's trials, prompts us to redefine success and failure. Modern society often equates success with material gain and external achievements. Stoicism, on the other hand, finds true success in our genuine efforts in the pursuit of virtue. Stoics suggest living a life focused on our actions and choices, independent of unpredictable results. They teach us that our value lies not in our victories or defeats, but in the earnestness and commitment we apply to our pursuits. This philosophy liberates us from the constant chase for more, fostering humility and an understanding that many factors outside our control can influence outcomes. Concentrating on what we can control, our efforts and intentions, frees us from the craving for external approval. This mindset not only brings inner peace, but also allows us to live in harmony with our values. When results don't meet our expectations, it's easy to feel defeated and label ourselves as failures. Stoicism, however, encourages us to view these instances as instructive and as opportunities for self-betterment. By altering our perspective, we convert setbacks into opportunities for development. Rather than dwelling on the negative, we can dissect our failures, learn from them, and refine our future actions. This philosophy builds resilience and strengthens our character, preparing us to be more formidable individuals. Lesson 4. The power of self-belief. Believe in yourself and you will be unstoppable. Embodying this mantra, Stoicism illuminates the path to unwavering self-belief, a potent force that dispels the shadows of doubt. At the core of our worries, we often discover a deep-seated disbelief in our own capabilities. We belittle our talents, magnify our flaws, and question our capacity. Stoicism, however, regards true self-belief as a manifestation of wisdom, an equilibrium of knowing our strengths and accepting our weaknesses. It's about realizing that we are equipped with all the necessary tools to face life's challenges. By adopting self-belief, we convert fear from an obstacle to a stepping stone. Stoicism encourages a critical self-assessment, a fair and impartial consideration of our strengths and weaknesses. This philosophy teaches that self-belief is not conceit, but a reasoned acceptance of our potential and our ability to grow, learn, and endure. Through logical thought, we can break free from self-doubt and march ahead with confidence. Stoicism's strategy to conquer fear relies on self-belief, recognizing our abilities, acknowledging our potential for improvement, and applying rational thought. We can courageously confront the unknown. Stoicism doesn't promise a fearless life, but it equips us with the means to face and master our fears, turning them into catalysts for self-improvement. Cultivating self-belief, we gain the resilience to overcome life's obstacles, emerging more robust and centered. Lesson 5. Embracing resilience amidst adversity. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, our life is what our thoughts make it. Stoicism, grounded in actionable wisdom, redefines our views on success and failure, endowing us with exceptional resilience. Life's inherent unpredictability presents challenges which Stoicism teaches us to embrace, not as barriers, but as opportunities to bolster our character and resolve. Success is not linear, but a journey with peaks and valleys, where each step, regardless of its outcome, is a triumph. It's an opportunity for growth, virtue, and realignment with our deepest principles. Stoicism places great importance on emotional resilience, the ability to confront adversity, setbacks, and discomfort directly. Venturing beyond our comfort zones, we forge emotional strength, preparing us for life's surprises. With Stoic wisdom, we adopt a mindset of growth, learning to adapt, face fears, and redefine our boundaries. We welcome challenges as opportunities for advancement and prosperity. In this lesson, we delve into Stoic practices that turn trials into catalysts for growth. Join us to learn how to leverage resilience and transform life's uncertainties into avenues for personal evolution and tranquility. Lesson 6: Venturing Beyond Comfort. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Epictetus. This session delves into the comfort zone, a secure yet limiting space. It's a cocoon that offers safety, but also caps our growth. Fear, ever present, keeps us from venturing out to pursue our dreams and realize our full potential. Stoicism teaches us to confront these fears, to understand and accept them, thus propelling us beyond comfort's borders. We start by examining our fears, understanding what holds us back, and then, with diligence, working to surmount them. Stoicism shows us how reason can dismantle fear. By objectively assessing our fears, we often find they're not as daunting as they seem, and can be lessened through logic. Join us in stepping out from the cocoon, facing our fears, and seizing the freedom that awaits. Lesson 7: The Art of Measured Risk. Stoicism doesn't advocate for heedless risk, but for calculated courage. It encourages us to weigh potential gains against risks. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." With a rational mindset, we navigate life's challenges, minimizing risks and maximizing growth. Stoic wisdom reveals that embracing discomfort can lead to resilience. By pushing our comfort zone's boundaries, we discover our true capacity for endurance and success. By adopting this Stoic principle, we approach life with purpose and bravery. Calculated risks aren't about seeking danger, but about progressing with prudence and strength. Let's move forward, using each risk as a step towards our greatest potential. Lesson number 8: The journey holds equal weight to the destination. Progress is not achieved by luck or accident, but by working on yourself daily. Epictetus. In today's fast-paced society, where success is frequently quantified by the attainment of specific objectives and milestones, the timeless wisdom of Stoicism provides a rejuvenating perspective, reminding us that the journey holds equal weight to the destination. Stoicism invites us to shift our focus from solely aspiring for material success, such as wealth, fame, or status, to embracing the pursuit of wisdom, virtue, and inner peace. In this Stoic viewpoint, success transcends the mere achievement of goals. It becomes a way of living, a journey steered by honorable values and principles. Stoicism offers a unique lens through which we can view what is commonly perceived as failure. From the Stoic perspective, there is no genuine failure as long as we extract lessons and grow from our experiences. Life's journey is laden with moments that should be viewed as chances for personal development, rather than setbacks. To embrace the journey means to acknowledge that our daily path is the stage upon which life unravels. The choices we make, the actions we undertake, and the virtues we nurture ultimately shape our identity. It is in the journey, not the destination, that we confront challenges, surmount obstacles, and experience growth. Lesson 9: Cultivating Inner Serenity. Amidst the chaos of the external world, the Stoic finds peace within. Stoicism, a philosophy rooted in ancient wisdom, teaches us a vital lesson. Our power lies not in controlling the external world, but in mastering our internal responses. In this 9th lesson, we delve into the Stoic practice of cultivating inner serenity, a practice that stands as a pillar of emotional strength, especially when faced with adversity. This emotional strength stems from the understanding that our reactions are within our control, and thus, so is our emotional well-being. The Stoics, with their profound wisdom, guide us to realize that adversity holds no power over us, except for the power we choose to grant it. By embracing this knowledge, we equip ourselves to face fears and challenges with a sense of grace, tranquility, and unwavering determination. Here are 2 stories about overcoming fear according to Stoic philosophy. Socrates had a famous saying that an unexamined life is not worth living. So, How does a philosopher begin to examine their life, their thoughts, emotions, actions? The first story, when a cithara player becomes anxious. In his lecture on anxiety, the ancient Stoic master Epictetus tells the story of a musician, a singer, who always carried his cithara. When playing alone, he performed flawlessly, but when he entered the theater and stood before the audience, it was a complete reversal. Epictetus explains this situation, stating that it is evidence of anxiety caused by the musician's perception of the situation, from the desire to please the audience and the fear of criticism. He believed that in the end, anxiety is born from something beyond our control. Even with a good voice, he could still make himself anxious because he wanted not only to sing well but also to be applauded. And because this applause is beyond control, he felt insecure, conflicted, and anxious. Unconsciously, he let himself be swept away by the false feeling that the audience's reaction was more important than his performance. Although he might be a master of the art of performance, he was not a master of the art of living, and he lacked practical wisdom, something that could free him from such fears. In contrast, for a Stoic cithara player who is trained all his life, whenever feelings of fear arise, he would pause to think and remember the Stoic doctrine, that we are not troubled by events themselves, but by our judgments about them. He would ask himself whether the audience's reaction was within his control, and since it was not, he would respond to the fear by saying, "Their applause means nothing to me." He would remind himself that, although he also liked their applause, ultimately, it had nothing to do with his happiness. What really mattered in that situation was the ability to recognize this and calmly accept whatever happened. However, developing this ability requires more practice than learning to play a musical instrument. The second story, Zeno meets King Antigonus. What would an ideal Stoic philosopher do to avoid stage fright if they were in the position of the mentioned cithara player? Epictetus gives an example of Zeno, who practiced rigorously to overcome social anxiety. When he began studying philosophy under the guidance of Crates, a renowned Cynic philosopher. After a shipwreck and wandering through Athens penniless, Zeno worried about what others thought of him. One day, Crates asked him to walk through a pottery area carrying a clay pot full of lentil soup. This was actually a common exercise among Cynics to train in the spirit of shamelessness. Afraid of looking foolish, Zeno tried to hide the pot under his cloak. When Crates noticed this, he smashed the pot, causing the soup to spill all over Zeno, from head to toe. "Be brave, my little Phoenician," Crates said. "What's so terrible? It's only soup." These exercises were meant to attack shame. This practice seems to have truly helped Zeno not to worry too much about what others thought of him. Therefore, decades later, Epictetus advises us to reflect on Zeno's carefree attitude when he met the king of Macedonia, Antigonus II Gonatas, a powerful military and political leader. At that time, Antigonus was seeking Stoic and Cynic philosophers to accompany him on a trip to Athens to hear Zeno's lectures at the Stoa Poikile. It is said that although it was his first meeting with the king, Zeno was unconcerned, as the king's power meant nothing compared to what Zeno valued, and he had no desire for the king's possessions. On the contrary, it was King Antigonus who was nervous about the meeting, wanting to impress the philosopher, something beyond his control. A similar legend tells of Alexander the Great visiting the Cynic philosopher Diogenes, whom he greatly admired. The Great asked Diogenes if there was anything he could do for him, to which he replied, "Yes, please move aside. You're blocking the sunlight." As we wrap up this journey through the powerful techniques to beat fear and anxiety, I want to remind you that the path of Stoicism is a continuous practice of self-reflection and resilience. It's about transforming fear into a catalyst for change and personal growth. I encourage you to take these lessons to heart and actively apply them in your daily life. Challenge yourself to face your fears, reflect on your reactions, and strive for a balanced and serene mind. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. Our community is here to support and learn with you. If you found value in this video, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement helps us grow and reach others who may benefit from these Stoic principles. Share this video with friends and family, and let's spread the wisdom of Stoicism together. Stay strong, stay resilient, and remember, the power to overcome fear and anxiety lies within you. Embrace the Stoic journey, and let it guide you towards a life of tranquility and happiness. See you in the next video, fellow Stoicists, as we continue to explore and apply the timeless wisdom of Stoicism in our modern lives.